Greetings, dear ladies. I'm Kryon of Magnetic Service. The channeling is from a man, but from the other side of the veil, regardless of the voice you hear or the timbre of it, we are both. The gender that you know is Kryon. To some of you, you have to understand, is mixed. On the other side of the veil, there is no gender. Therefore, we come to you completely and totally neutral. And in that, we have the wisdom of the ages for you to give to you. There are those who are listening to this who have not appreciated perhaps the information that I'm going to give because they have not heard the rest of the story, which was given earlier. So let me just say we are speaking of the numerology implications of this which we call year 2, referring to the fact that 2012 was the end of a dispensation, the end of a very long count age. The 2013 was a recalibration year which we did not even count in the new energy. The year 1 to you and to us was 2014, and that now that you are in 2015, you are in what we would call year 2. There's a lot for you to see and read into year 2 at the gender that you come in with. Now I want to review with you just a moment some of the things that I have said in past meetings of this which you have called the Sisterhood. The first, I want to remind you, because you have not necessarily seen this before or recognized this before, what are the chances that you would be your gender this time around and also have the same gender when you were in Lemurian? The chances are remarkably against it. It would be what you would call chance or luck. So what I want to tell you is that there was no chance or luck. Old soul, you planned this year. When you came in originally, you had no idea that you would pass the marker. In fact, the predictions that were on the earth at your birth said the opposite. And yet there was always a potential and always a chance, and here you sit in the best of both. You crossed the marker and you are a woman. And in this there begins a special kind of change. You have the society that you live in, you have the expectations, you have all of the things that you deal with, that your gender has in particular. And some of you are comfortable with it and some of you are not. And it really doesn't matter for what I'm going to tell you. Because the challenge ahead of you is one that perhaps you don't expect. It's the year of the 2. 2, in numerological terms, is duality. And so duality includes that, for a woman especially, which is that real world combined with the sacred world. The things you bring in with your gender, specific to you. When you speak of survival, when you speak of bearing children, you speak of raising families and being with partners. These things are part of your duality. And you balance them against a sacred energy which doesn't have actually any gender to it at all. So, what is it we ask you to do in these days of this year, the beginning, truly, of a new age? And the answer is this: heightened duality is going to start creating in you a recognition of the differences between who you think you are and the sacred one that you really are. There would be those who would say, you're in a woman's movement, and that's to say, it is time to take your power. It is time to do this and that. No, it isn't. It is time to lead the way in compassion. This is what we would expect of the soft gender. This is the one we would expect of the wiser gender, that is, the ones who would bear the children of the earth, which is all of humanity. So the duality sharpening for you is going to make you more aware of the differences and also of the similarities, but especially what you can do to meld them so you can become more compassionate. You're going to lead the way. Now, can I say that this is really not that new? But in this energy, you're going to have far greater influence. Far greater. There will be more listening to you because they see that your life reflects it. There are some of your gender on this planet who are victims. You are not. I want to tell you that every single one of you here is powerful. You have compassionate action. You represent the ones who can do nothing. You represent the ones who indeed are victims. Because what you do as an old soul is something that is going to spread to those who don't necessarily have what you have. The knowledge, the wisdom, the ability in this culture to have a more powerful light. Dear ones, the lighter you are, the more benevolent you become in your actions to your families, to those around you, the higher respect you will have. I tell you, there is a reason why in Lemuria the women ran the show. Oh, the men were important, but the women were seen as life givers. Life givers. And this made all the difference to those who were there with you as partners, as family. There'll come a time again when this is the case. And there is no role that you play that is one thing or another. You all have the role of masters. And so this is what we are asking. Recognize it. See it gently, lovingly, and wisely. The year of the two is upon you. And so it is.